It's Friday, September 28, and this is InfoHub. President David Granger has touted the idea of a Rupununi Tourism Authority, which will encompass all the elements of the Rupununi region, ensuring an enhanced tourist experience. Stacey Carmichael has our first report.
To ensure that somebody coming into the Rupununi from Germany or from Austria can come to a tourism agency and go and see the unique birds of Suriname, or go and see the Liberatas of Carinambo, or go in the canoes. So we need to look at the possibilities of ecotourism because people are serious. Big people, some big people, can't speak for everyone, don't just want to sit down on the beach and put their feet in the water all day. Some people want to study the birds. They want to study different types of animals.
The president was speaking recently in St. Ignatius, Upper Takatu, Upper Essequibo, Region 9. The head of state said to achieve this, there must be intelligent tourism.
This has to be organized. The flights have to be organized, transportation has to be organized, accommodation has to be organized, safety has to be organized, so that when they come, they have an enjoyable experience and they can write to people in other countries saying, if you want to see nature, go to Rupununi.
The president reminded that the country is part of the Guyana Shield and possesses unique flora and fauna which need to be protected and used to our economic advantage. He boasted that Guyana has one of the best ecotourism products in the Caribbean, particularly the vast Rupununi savannas. According to Conservation International, the Rupununi supports a large percentage of Guyana's biodiversity, including 250 species of bird life, 18 of which are native only to the lowland forests of the Guyanas. The savanna is teeming with wildlife, including a large variety of bird species. For InfoHub, Stacey Carmichael.
The Finance Ministry's budget planning team, led by Minister of Finance Winston Jordan, met with the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Guyana, representatives led by Colin Thompson, this morning. Issues discussed included the taxation of commercial operations, application of VAT rules to exporters withholding tax on contractors' payments, capital allowances on buildings for services and warehousing, and employee share ownership plans. Minister Jordan, in a brief comment, said despite the short notice, his team will consider the proposals put forth by the accountants as preparations continue for Budget 2019 presentation before the National Assembly in November. Minister of Foreign Affairs Carl Greenwich today participated in the general debate at the 73rd session of the United Nations General Assembly in New York. The minister said the valued elements of multilateralism must be preserved. More from Tiffany Rodias.
Minister Greenwich said an equitable and just variant of multilateralism is needed rather than a replacement.
Serious proposals should aim to preserve the valued elements of multilateralism because the more intractable problems we face are beyond the capacity of individual states to solve. It is small wonder then that the Secretary General, in his report on the work of the organization, asserts that the United Nations offers a platform where member states, regional organizations, and civil society can find solutions to global problems that no nation acting alone can resolve. Working together is not optional. It is the only answer.
Guyana, Minister Greenwich said, remains committed to the dialogue and the strengthening of multilateralism as a catalyst for the well-being of all persons in a sustainable planet. Guyana's long-standing border controversy with Venezuela was also raised during Minister Greenwich's address. The Secretary-General referred Venezuela's contention that the arbitral award of 1899 was null and void to the International Court of Justice earlier this year. Minister Greenwich noted the decision is binding on both parties, despite Venezuela's refusal to participate in the proceedings.
Guyana sincerely hopes that it will change its mind. There is still time for it to do so. Guyana wishes to express its gratitude to the Secretary General for his important contribution to the resolution of this long-standing matter and looks forward to a final judgment by the International Court of Justice. The rule of law must prevail.
Minister Greenwich also noted Guyana's commitment to combating climate change and its efforts to mainstream and integrate the Sustainable Development Goals into the Green State Development Strategy. For InfoHub, Tiffany Rogers.
The National Insurance Scheme must be modernized if it is to remain viable in the future. According to Finance Minister Winston Jordan, the minister delivered this charge to the management, workers and other stakeholders today at an awards ceremony to mark the agency's 49th anniversary. Minister Jordan noted that despite the NIS being a pioneer in the field of workers' insurance in the Caribbean, it has lagged behind similar regional schemes who have surpassed the services offered locally. The Finance Minister outlined some of the areas observed for improvement and urged all stakeholders to strive for excellence in everything that they do. The Ministry of Public Infrastructure has announced the closure of a section of the railway embankment road East Coast Demerara. Stacey joins us again.
The Ministry of Public Infrastructure will be conducting emergency works on the railway embankment road between Annandale Market Road to Luzignan Access Public Road, East Coast Demerara, commencing today at 18 hours or 6 p.m. As a result, the road will be closed until this Sunday, September 30 at noon. This is to facilitate emergency works, which include repairs to a culvert on the railway embankment road. The ministry is advising motorists and pedestrians to use alternative bypasses and observe all caution and directional signs, particularly in the vicinity of the works. It regrets any inconvenience this may cause and looks forward to the public's full cooperation. For InfoHub, Stacey Carmichael.
Why when I drink a nice guy gets smoking on? Hey barman, y'all don't sell cigarettes anymore?
The new tobacco law says we can't have cigarettes on public display and we can't advertise that we sell it.
Okay, give my part.
You can't do that in here, buddy. The law states that you can't smoke in an enclosed area. You have to go outside.
I think that's how they do it in foreign. So, the law finally comes to Guyana. I'm glad though.
Let's all work together to prevent cigarette smoking related illnesses.
Welcome back. The Ministry of Education and the University of Guyana today commissioned a $26 million maintenance building at the university's Turkine campus. Seneca Thorne was there and filed this report.
The $26 million facility will house some 100 permanent and part-time staff responsible for 8 broad areas of maintenance: carpentry, electrical, plumbing, mechanical, estates, grounds, transport, custodial, and building. Speaking at the commissioning ceremony, Minister of Education Nicolette Henry emphasized the importance of proper maintenance of the nation's premier tertiary institution.
Maintenance has been long flagged as a sore point in our country's development. With this building, it is expected that the quality of service provided by the University of Guyana to its students and staff will improve to make the working and studying environment more comfortable and accommodating.
UG's Vice-Chancellor Professor Ivelaw Griffith noted the importance of recognizing the economic component of the university. He described the project as another milestone in the institution's Renaissance journey.
Today is a celebration of another milestone in the Renaissance journey, as we not only boost our human capital, but as we boost our physical capital and our brand capital, including our psychological capital, the sense of self.
The building was completed in June 2018. It is equipped with a conference room and offices with air conditioning and adequate furnishing, a kitchenette and washroom facilities, among others. Reporting for InfoHub, Alexis Rodney.
The Auditor General today presented the Speaker of the House with a report on the public accounts of Guyana and on the accounts of ministries, departments and regions for the fiscal year ended December 31, 2017. Alexis Rodney brings us that report.
Speaker of the National Assembly Dr. Barton Scotland said the Auditor General's work remains an integral part of the management and scrutiny of resources made available to government.
This report of the Auditor General is of signal importance in relation to our, that is Parliament's, treatment of the budget and the scrutiny by Parliament of the resources generally. So that we should appreciate that, as set out in the Constitution, the Auditor General must, at this time, annually present this report.
Dr. Scotland reminded that the report must first be laid in the National Assembly before being made public. That will take place during the first sitting of the National Assembly when it comes out of recess in early October. Giving a summary of the report, Auditor General Deodat Sharma said it covers areas in keeping with the theme of ensuring a greener environment. It also focuses on the upcoming oil and gas industry.
We'll be looking at the various areas in the oil and gas sector that may be relevant to our engagement when it comes to examining the revenue and expenditure of the sector. And this area includes financial, regulatory, technical, and even scientific. Through the same partnership, we will be building capacity to undertake environmental audit. And in this regard, we will be looking at the regulatory aspects, including environmental governance, as well as key environmental issues, be it looking at air, the river, land, the ocean, or the forest.
The Auditor General said that the report's submission marks the 8th consecutive time the Audit Office has met the statutory deadline of September 30 before the close of the financial year. Reporting for InfoHub, Alexis Rodney.
The inaugural National Youth Conference ended with a bang on Thursday as 10 youths were awarded scholarship. Isaiah Braffett was there and filed this report.
So young people received scholarships to study at global technology in fields of their choosing. The initiative was part of the Youth Department's aim to build the capacity of young people. Receiving scholarships were Trevon Johnson, Yvonne Barrow, Crystal Thomas, Gabriella Watson, Kenisha Grant, Annalisa James, John Carew, Sahad Hussein, Shamar Davis, and Kunal Brijlal. InfoHub spoke to some of the awardees who were excited to be chosen during the random selection process from the hundreds of delegates who participated in the conference.
I wasn't expecting this, to be honest, but nevertheless I am thankful, and thanks to the Department of Youth, also Global Technology, for this wonderful scholarship.
I feel really great because I like information technology, and information technology is really my thing, and this receiving a scholarship is just another push ahead for me in my education.
It was an unexpected pick on the bag with the name, so I am very glad that I have a scholarship at Global, which is good. It's a surprise, and it's very shocking that out of so many persons, I'm one of them who got picked. So I'm very grateful and thank God that I got picked and I received the scholarship.
The awarding of the scholarships brought the total to 13 persons who were afforded the opportunity to further their studies. The first 3 lucky persons received their scholarships from the Cacique Accounting College. 2 other delegates also received tablets, compliments of Courts Guyana. The first ever National Youth Conference was held under the theme Youth Perspective for Empowerment and Development for a Better Guyana. Isaiah Braffett for InfoHub.
And finally, the Guyana Police Force, GPF, is reporting a number of successes in its efforts to fight crime over the last week. Here now is Stacey Carmichael with her first weekly edition of Police Roundup.
On October 24, police ranks from a mobile patrol in the A Division, acting on information, apprehended a 24-year-old laborer of Guyhawk Park, Georgetown, in the vicinity of a nightclub located at Sussex and Hawk Streets, Alboystown. The man was found with an unlicensed 9mm Glock pistol with 12 live matching rounds around 3 hours 20. He was charged and placed before the courts. On October 25, the police reported the arrest and institution of charges against one of their own for simple larceny. According to the details, Police Constable John Small, 23 of Good Fortune, West Bank, Demerara, was charged for stealing one Samsung S7 Edge cellular phone valued $119,000, property of Angelina Byrne of Lot 106 Phantom Street, Anna Regina, Essequibo Coast, while fully dressed in uniform. However, the case was dismissed after the victim failed to provide evidence. The policeman has since been transferred pending the commissioner's decision regarding his service in the force. On the same day, the police reported that it is seeking a male suspect who shot dog food vendor Shane Cooper, 26 of Jacksonville, North Rumvelt, twice in the leg and relieved him and 2 females of cash and other valuables. As the police continues to step up the ante in the fight against crime, a plainclothes policeman was commended for single-handedly arresting 3 of 4 males whom he observed in Queenstown, Georgetown, on bicycles, acting suspiciously. One of the men was found in possession of an unlicensed Magnum pistol with 7 live rounds. They are currently being questioned in relation to several armed robberies and all reside in Sophia, Greater Georgetown. And that's it for the Police Blotter for this week. For For InfoHub, Stacey Carmichael.
For updates on developments across the country, connect with us on social media and our website at dpi.gov.gy. Let's now take a look at the bridge and weather reports. Goodbye.